stores are heating up, and this right here is the hottest new BMW EV. It's the third electric car being launched by the brand, and it's called the i4. It's the first electric sedan to be launched by BMW India, and it's unique for one particular reason. It's the longest range EV presently in the country. In terms of its looks, things are not too different from any M-powered car that you would see on the streets, except you have this trademark blacked out opaque grille right here, because of course you don't need air intakes since there's no engine up front. Bold muscular lines that aren't too far from an M4 that's currently on the roads, and a bit of the 3 Series. This car is available for an introductory price of 69.9 lakhs. That puts it scarily close to the M340i. Come this side, you'll find that again, BMW is telling you that yes, economy and range is chief concern for customers, but at the same time, they want to be able to provide that trademark BMW driving joy. On the inside, things aren't again too dissimilar to the cars that we see in their internal combustion lineup. You've got this big, large touchscreen, brush surfaces, and the idea, I guess, is to slowly acclimatize people to the idea of electric powertrains. Performance is key here, but so is range. Its 590 kilometer claimed range is as according to the WLTP cycle, which of course isn't graded in India. The ARAI figures will differ, and the real world range should be nearing the 450 kilometer mark, optimistically. This car is here to alleviate range fears and at the same time bring in that little bit of performance flair that's maybe been missing from the EV space thus far, because it's been just crowded by SUVs in general. So this car will go up against the likes of the Porsche Taycan and the Audi e-tron GT, which are considerably more expensive because, like I said, this is at a 69.9 lakh introductory price. BMW is also throwing in an 11 kilowatt wall box charger, which charges the car in just a little under 8.5 hours. And the standard 50 kilowatt DC charger that's found at BMW dealerships will give this baby 80% of charge in just under an hour. At the moment, BMW's charging network is limited to their dealerships, but the brand has promised that building a charging infrastructure is on the top of their priority list, and that they're going to be the top luxury brand to operate in the EV space in this country. This is of course the third one. There are a few more lined up just this year alone, so expect a lot of electric excitement from BMW India. So joining us today is Vikram Pawar, the man of the hour, President and CEO of BMW Group India. He's just launched the BMW Group's third EV offering in the country, the i4 electric sedan. And Vikram, thank you for joining us at Moneycontrol.
Thank you, Parth.
I'd like to begin by asking you, the iX sold out very quickly. Now, given the customer preference for SUVs, do you expect this to sell out just as quickly, being an electric sedan?
Absolutely. Absolutely expect all of our electric cars to sell out equivalently. So if you remember iX, when we launched, it was sold out almost in a day's time. When we launched the Mini SE as well, that was also sold out almost in a day's time. And this is the first fully electric mid-size sedan in the country, right? So this is the only mid-size sedan in the country that's fully electric. I'm sure when people come and have a look at it, when they look at the features, they look at the package, I'm expecting a fantastic demand for this.
Vikram, what do you personally make of brands like Tesla and Ford sort of suddenly withdrawing from their EV plans in the country?
So I normally would not comment on any other brand. I think they have their own situation that they need to deal with. We know as BMW, we have invested in India for the last 15 years actually now. So we just completed our 15 years of plant operations, 15 years of a company operation in 2022. We also only recently delivered 100,000 car as well. So you can see that we have been in India for a very long time. We've been growing our dealer network, and we'll continue to do that. We promise we'll have the most extensive EV portfolio in India, and we've done that with the 3 cars that we have launched now. The iX, which is fully electric sports activity vehicle, which is a 4-wheel drive, or if you want a premium hatch, which is electric, the Mini SE is there, and now a mid-size sedan like you see here, fully electric is also available. So our commitment for electromobility in India continues strong.
But talking about the EV ecosystem in general, do you think attrition of any kind can have long-term effects? Or is it beneficial for legacy car makers, especially the ones operating in the luxury EV space, to have the playing field to themselves?
I think we focus on our customers. So what we've been hearing from our customers is they want different drivetrains actually, right? So they're looking for petrol in certain circumstances for certain segments. They're looking at diesel as well. For example, 7 Series diesel is the wanted in demand as well from time to time. But electric space is what people have been asking us, that they want to adopt to the electric space, and I think it's evident in the overwhelming demand that we saw with the launch of the first 2 products. So we are very confident that we are here to provide the solutions to our customer, the mobility solutions in a premium space, what they want, be it petrol, diesel, or electric.
BMW has been launching EVs in quick succession. There are more lined up. When do we see local assembly of electric vehicles, and when does that sort of scale up?
So local assembly we've been doing, like I said, we have a manufacturing plant for the last 15 years, and most of the volume models are locally produced in India, actually not just assembled, they're actually produced in India with over 50% localization content. So as the demand grows for electric, of course, we will look at locally producing them as well.
Going forward with BMWs, especially electric sedans like the i4, apart from just addressing the range issue, will trademark BMW performance also be intrinsic to cars like these?
Absolutely. BMW is all about joy. We call it Friday forever. It's joy forever. BMW is all about driving dynamics. You would never have a BMW car that is not having driving dynamics. So I think you can experience the i4 today. I can challenge you that this is the only car where you'll feel this is purely based on driving dynamics in a sustainable way with the largest range in the country. So it's a great package overall in a true BMW fashion.
Now you mentioned expanding the charging infrastructure in the country. For the moment, is it only going to be limited to the dealer network, or is there a larger plan to sort of make the highways also?
I think it's a staged charging network we go for. So first we are focusing on what we call as the private charging network, right? Which is first with our customers, we are making sure that we are providing a 11 kilowatt wall charger along with every car that we sell. Okay, so that at least they have a charging facility available either at their home or their office. The next stage is our dealer network. So we've already installed 50 DC fast chargers. And I'm not saying these are small chargers, these are 50 DC fast chargers in 34 cities. And I think we've got the biggest or the widest network of charging network or DC fast charging network in the luxury space. So now we have a facility for our customers available in a private space. Of course, the next step as the volume grows, as people start using EV for longer distances, we'll make sure we'll participate in the what we call it the public charging infrastructure as well. And I think there's a lot happening in that area already.
And given the current tax structures, what kind of market share do you personally optimistically envision by 2030 for the EV space?
Well, so I think it's very difficult to put that number right now, but I would say the government wants it to be 30%, right? Let's say. I think it's quite possible if the policies are stable, if the infrastructure develops at the pace that it is going right now and the investments continue to deliver in the public infrastructure space, I'm confident it's quite possible in India to achieve that 30%. And I support government's intention to go for that target of 30% with the clear policies that are in place for GST, incentives that are available for the electric vehicles, or incentives available for the charging and the EV space through the PLI scheme. So I really commend the government for those actions.
There you have it. EV fever is clearly in the air. And as far as BMW is concerned, the i4 marks their 3rd launch, but there are 2 more lined up for this year, one of which might just have an M badge. And that just means more performance, bigger battery packs, and just a lot more excitement, at least at the top end of the EV space. And the brand clearly seems unfazed by the attrition shown by car makers like Tesla and Ford, and that just means that legacy car makers like BMW get to thrive in India's burgeoning EV ecosystem. The i4 at the moment is based on the existing 4 Series Grand Coupe, and that means BMW does not have a born EV platform ready just yet. But going by the grapevine, it is in the works, and by 2025 we will see more developments on that front. In the meantime, that just means we have more EVs coming in, and that means we are looking at a very exciting 2022.